The following video was pre-recorded on twitch.tv/codedman9000. More information on the stream times at the end of the video. Previously on Stone to Space.
For the start of Chapter 3, we went to Kerbal Space Program to learn how to make rockets so that we could explore the stars for a new home. We began playing on career mode while not knowing anything about what we were doing. After doing some research off-stream, we then moved to the science mode with newfound knowledge. We went to both moons, created communication networks, planes, science missions, a space station, and then ended the game by traveling all the way to Duna in the Antari ship.
After arriving at Duna, our ship the Antares fell apart, causing us to land on Duna and mine its resources so that we could fix the Antares ship. We unlocked various buildings, and also different types of science. After fixing everything but scanners on the ship, we then left the planet behind us as we continued to travel in space. Partially during our space flight, we landed on an asteroid. Over the course of a few hundred cycles, we had mined out the asteroid, converting its resources into various things that we needed in order to keep 24 dupes alive. We made a lot of automated machines to take, cool, or convert items into other items. We then turned on a machine that would allow us to take a dive into the dreams of one of our dupes. Hello and welcome to a Twitch Plays Along series called Stone to Space. Today we're in Chapter 3, Space Travel. Today we are playing Vintage Story. So, I'm going to say this right now, so that I don't have to keep saying it every stream we start. We are starting the stream with the same song from Vintage Story each day. So from here on, I'm not going to bring it up anymore. But the first song of the stream is always going to start quiet and then get louder, as you guys can already tell that you can hear it now. And in the last stream, we started building up the blacksmith here. Majority of this looks like it's just the height of the roof. So I think I might actually shorten the roof height. Because the dirt is pretty much the height of the second floor, and then I think the top floor, the roof is like double that. Or 2 blocks higher. 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically, this ridge is the 7th block. And I don't even know if this is 7 blocks high from there. So that's 5, 6, 7. Okay. The roof itself, from the ceiling of the blacksmith floor, or the Hellhammer floor, or you guys know what I mean. From the bottom of the roof to the top of the roof is the same height as the bottom of the roof to the ground. And I kind of don't want that, so we might actually end up using a different type of roof. There are slabs that have this shingle type, and I think we might use that. Because we're not going to end up using up here for anything, not even for storage, so we could just cut it right here above this window, make that the top height. So everything that's stone would be cobblestone slabs, and then just slabs all the way across. We'll worry about that later on when we have fire clay to waste on that. Let's go check on the steel. That's another thing that we've been doing. And I was checking the beehive. That was right there. 66 complete. We've run out of charcoal. Hopefully, this will go out before it's done. I can guarantee that. But hopefully, we can add different types of coal. Actually, we should probably prepare for that now. Let's go grab... Since the charcoal was 2 pieces each time, each layer, let's grab 2 pieces of each part of coal in here. So 2 black coal, 2 brown coal. I wonder if there's a third color of coal. And I forgot that we could use this. So if we jump down here, my question is, can we mix coals? Okay, so far I can't mix brown coal in there. And it looks like I can't mix black coal. So my next thing to test out is, can you even place these down? Okay, you can. we're not going to waste the black coal. Can this be lit? It can. I'm okay with wasting brown coal because it's easier for us to find. So what I think we might do is wait until one of these completely disappear and then place brown coal underneath. I should probably check to make sure that we can use other types of coal and it doesn't have to be charcoal. Flagrating, here's the firing. Once that is ready. So this is put 16 iron ingots and charcoal into the coffin. Then dig out the stuff underneath. This is where we put 2 piles of coal or charcoal. Okay. So we can use coal at the bottom here. In the coffin, it has to be charcoal from what I'm seeing. And also, I may need to take a emergency bathroom break. So we're gonna go in here and I'm gonna pause the game and then be back in about 6 minutes maybe. I'm gonna stop the music and I'll be right back. And we're back, chat. Just in case it's not gonna be up there for long, try and catch Cherubi. The other day we had its evolution Cherum. Cherum has 2 different forms, where depending on the weather, it changes what it looks like. This is the thing that turned into it. Okay, now if the little boy right here would choose a place to lay down, we could get back into the game. But I don't know where he's going to go. And it looks like I caught Cherubi. Also looks like Gino had Cherubi already. So hopefully if I put this blanket here, next time he tries to climb on me, he will lay on my lap and not be in my face. Okay. Sorry if that took longer than expected. But anyway, we are going to get back into the game. And besides making steel, I don't know what to do today. Let's look at our ores. I have a ton of copper that we can use. I don't think I have zinc. That's silver. That's zinc. That's not enough to do anything with. Then a bunch of tin to go along with all these. A little bit of lead. Alright, I think we have to go on a hunt for more zinc. We could also go into chiseling all these windows. That probably wouldn't take too long. Don't know what kind of wood I would like to use on it. We could also put fences around all of the farms, because I did notice that there was little animals around, and they will eat our plants. It does look like all of our flax is ready, though. You know, instead of doing that, let's use the scythe. This is what it's for, after all. And this just makes it easier to pick up everything all at once. It doesn't do it in a complete 3x3 square, but it does get pretty close to that. Okay, the last 2 pieces I'll just do with my hand. And how long until the rice is done? It just has one more stage. Right now it says 6 hours, which is 6 minutes. But I don't think that time is 100% correct. I think there's some difference between it and what's actually going to do. Alright, we can put the scythe back. Take out our shovel. We dig up all of this. We're going to need to place in this water spot. And I don't know how many pieces of dirt we need, so we're just going to grab a stack once we get to dirt. Let's put all our seeds away. I'm going to throw the horsetail over here. I don't think I'm ever going to use the poultices. We also need to grab some food, so let's go first drop off the coal that we have. Coal goes on the top. And then let's go grab some food. And the dirt and the path. So we need 1 stack of those, 1 stack of these. I'm not going to need a full stack of either one of them. Well, actually, we grabbed path blocks so that we could put stuff going to the tunnel. It looks like we almost got another full stack of, was it a full stack? No, it's a quarter stack of linen. So while we're here, I meant to grab pie. I am gonna grab 2 pies. So that we have a lot of food for a while. They should be able to last that long. So that they won't expire before I finish eating them all. You know what? Let's do it like this. And apparently there's a portal over here somewhere. Oh, there it is. I'm surprised we got one so early into the stream. Usually it takes a little bit for it to start spawning stuff in. That's not where I wanted that. That was a full stack? We're gonna do some general cleanup. I think I might even actually do the tunnel today. Not sure. Also, I forgot to go over, how far we caught up to YouTube. So on YouTube, we are only 8 days behind, or 8 streams behind. So today's stream will go live, not tomorrow, but next Saturday, on the 4th of April. And that should leave us only 3 episodes behind, hopefully, by the time we get to that point. So each week, we're pretty much catching up 4 streams. Alright, let's see if I can drop off stone in any of these. Doesn't look like it. You know, I have so much of this stone, I might as well just chuck it. Grab another stack. We're probably going to end up using 2 stacks, so I might as well just grab another stack. Because seeing how far I just mined out stones. Huh. I actually didn't need that second stack. I'm surprised. That's as far as that path is going to go. We're not going to take it further into the woods or anything. It'll just go to there and then stop. Now I just need to come all the way down here. Put in all of these. And I'm going to leave a path block right here so that we don't have to go and look for it when we're ready to get rid of that plant. Actually, I needed that water for the rice. So I will fix that in a moment. We get rid of that water. I'm going to need to hoe that. And before the rice dries out, put that water back. And then this, I go back there. Alright, now I don't know how long these bugs are going to be there for, but hopefully they go away soon. And it looks like from here on, all the farms are done. So, our next step that we can do is start adding fences all around the area. But I want to look for any chances of zinc. That's tin. Tin. Even more tin. A lot of tin in the area. I know that's copper. That's a ruin. There's zinc ore here. But that might be a lot farther down. So I think we might go into the cave that's over here and look around. Let's go find that cave opening. Because if we can make more zinc, we can do more lanterns. How's this done? Ripe in about 3 days. Now, there is this cave opening here. I don't know if this is going to be the cave that takes us in where we're trying to get to. I know there was a hole right there. We plugged that in, or plugged that up. There's another cave entrance over there. Closer to the direction that the zinc is. I'm not seeing any ores right here. Hello. I knew there was another one. See if there's anything up here at all. Actually, this might have been the dirt that I plugged the hole with. Because that's not the same as the rest around it. That actually scared me. Alright. Is there anything over here? No. I'm hoping that this isn't a large cave. Let's just block that up. And I saw another drifter, but it's running away. Okay, well, here is a ruin. It looks like it's the one that I marked, but I don't see a reason why we marked it. Unless it was for this stuff. Paper. Gray wallpaper. I guess I'll grab that. There is a torch holder. A gear. I don't think I could take anything out of this bookcase. That's all decoration. Is this decoration, though? No, it looks like wallpaper is placed on and never taken off. Okay, well, since we found this, I think I can delete that. I don't think we need it. I doubt that this leads to anything, but since it is easy to climb so far... Let's see if there is anything. Nope, there's nothing all the way up here. So the only thing this cave had so far was that ruin. And I don't know where the other nodes are. Unless I didn't explore all the different arms, because it's saying that there's zinc. Here. Pretty much. So either above or below this wall or in that wall is zinc, but with the icon that it used, we have found the zinc previously. So I'm gonna guess we just went the wrong direction when we came in here. And that we should have went this way. Well, here's the other ruin that I have marked. A few crates. I am actually going to break these. If they have anything in them... Oh, this is going to be a translocator, isn't it? Yep. Okay, so we have a translocator that's even closer. That's opened. I can't use opened ones. We need the ones that are closed only. They're the only ones I can use. Is there anything in here? Apparently I can't look inside that with something in my hand. Nope, that's just, there's nothing in it. There's stuff in this one, though. We have some iron bloom, copper spear, tuning thing. Don't need any of those. That's not what I meant to put up here. I meant to put this. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Anything in this? Some seeds and a painting. Sleeping wolf. Get rid of that. Okay, so there shouldn't be anything else to, like, plunder from this, and I don't care about that. I do care that this should be a translocator. We're definitely going to use that, because look at how close it is to the town. Alright, then we go further down. So we run into some quartz. It looks like I used some aged wood to get out of here previously. So in terms of the cave, I should be getting closer to ores. But we're not. Huh? How was I near the previous cave, but not close enough to see anything? Any ores? Also, I should probably mark that this is at Y level 88. Alright, so on our way out, I'm going to be paying attention to the minimap to see if we're getting close to any of those nodes. That's the way we went before, where I got close to the zinc. This is going further right, and it doesn't reach the tin node that's over here. Which I'm standing on. Maybe that's a different cave right there? Also, why do I have this here? Because that's the hole into the bottom, like I said earlier. Alright, we are going to plug that up with medium fertility so that it blends in from the bottom. I was looking for that, but I didn't see it right away. I have a lot of stuff in my inventory. Let's go back to our house. For a second, I thought that was copper. Alright, in here... Put stuff away. I want all of that. I need space here. I can go like this. All of them, then these, and I think I need to put 3 away. Let's just grab these first. How many of these do I need to make 4 sets of sails? I need 4 per set. 4 times 4 is 16. That's 15. I just need 1 more twine. You know, just so that I can do another set. We might as well do... one of those in case I need that, and one of these just for this inventory slot to be filled. And then I need 6 times 4 sticks, which is 24. Alright, that should be all the sails for all of the windmills being completed. Let's continue going through here and fixing stuff up. I need these and 3 of those. Nope, I wanted that stuff. Put that in there. I should have aged torch holder somewhere. Is that... okay. Painting we're going to place down somewhere. We'll place it right there. That looks spooky. What else do I have? I have these. We don't need that on us. I do want this. Don't need this. We have grass. That's thatch. Grass can go in there. Okay, crushed quartz is going to go over here in the pulverizer. We have some ore here, which is iron bloom. That's going to go in this chest. We'll worry about that later. I need to go to the farmhouse. Put those seeds in there. Then put that away. Put that away. One more. And then we're just gonna fully max out our power. Is there anything in this chest? No, it's just an empty chest that I could use using somewhere else. And I just realized that the music hasn't been on this whole time. Okay, so this is our max amount of power that we can create right now with our current windmill tower. So from what I can tell, our health hammers should always be able to be going at full speed. So before it wasn't working up below 50, now it is. It's also working in the 30s for a moment there. Like we're at 35 right now and they're still working. I'm trying to see what they slow down at. So if it drops below 30, it starts getting slow. That's okay. Alright, let's go fix that translocator and see where it takes us. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to grab this bucket and make a water column. But what I should do is go to the ruin from the cave entrance and figure out what spot I need to dig at make it nice and neat. Let's get rid of these leaves so I can find this area a little bit easier next time. We're not doing it for sticks. But if I pick any up, I'll bring it back to the house eventually. Okay, let's go find that translocator again. So it was down to the right. And right here. So I guess I should clean this out. Now that I'm thinking about it. We'll leave the ladder there. The rest of this should be all something I have to pickaxe to break. Break this. And then this I could take as a decoration, but we can't use it for storage. Okay, so all of the stuff we don't need is just going to go off the edge over here. And I could just press Control and Q. Alright, so first thing to put in here, I didn't know how many of these I needed. Let's just put that in there, and then it should be 3 temporal gears. There we go. So let's get our good armor on, and let's take our sword out, and we're gonna head over to wherever this is gonna take us. Looks like we're under the ocean somewhere. I am gonna immediately go like that for a moment because I want to know where we are first. We are somewhere I don't know. Where? Oh, we're kind of close to that. What is this, though? It's definitely a desert of some sort. I do see the castle. We have another trader here. I do want to go over to that. We also need to go to this translocator. I wasn't able to put the height that that was at, and in order to go to that, we would have to go to... What translocator was linked to that? This one. That's linked to this translocator. So I don't know what the fastest way to get to that is, and we also don't have the steel to pick it up yet. So I think what I'm going to do first is clean this area up. Because we don't need... I don't know what that just teleported away, but I don't think there's anything there for it to actually teleport. Get that. I think I might also do that. I just want to make sure that that's all stone. It is. That has granite stone in it. I will take it. And then there's a chest there. But I'm more focused on getting rid of all this stuff. Alright, let's go empty our pockets. And then we're gonna come back. Now, what color am I making the usable translocator? The blue, okay. Change it to blue. Throw out all of our junk. And another thing we're going to do is block this off. I can. I wanted to put another piece of dirt right there, but I don't think I can. So instead, let's grab this piece of wood. And we are gonna make the water column go right here. Because that's another thing we haven't done. So this is actually in the lake. It is 289,456. 289,456. Come on, switch to the shovel. 289,456. Hold on a second. Okay. I had to answer a message before we continued. But don't go over the water. 289,456. Luckily, we don't have to put down a water source for this, since it's already in water. 456 is right here. Then 289 should be this. So let's do this, so I can find it easier later. And then we just have to go down to, I think, somewhere in the 80s. I forget. So it shouldn't take us too long to get to the spot where we're actually breaking through the ground. There we go. Oh, hello. And you are not going to stay here. Can I just, like, break this? I need to use stone. Okay, maybe I can throw stuff off the edge? No, unfortunately. Okay. But we are going to place that back down. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want any of those. I want dirt right there. Okay, I finally got the sneeze. Hopefully I was able to mute it before you guys heard anything. Apparently there was one more thing right there. Just another rune drill, so let's go put this out here. And I meant to do that first. Alright, let's go explore the area over by the Translocator. So the first thing we have is fire clay in a gear. I'm happy to take that. And then right here, we have borax, rusty gear, quartz, and 2 different cylinders, which I'm pretty sure we have both of those. I know we have the tavern one because we have 2 different taverns. And then I should have brought torches with me so that I could light up this area. Hopefully the translocator gives enough light that we'll be able to find where we are. What is that? That's an ore I haven't seen before. That's just copper in limestone. What is this? Lapis. Lapis is used for dyeing. Okay, so this is how we get that purified looking copper stuff. 70 units. Oh, it's bountiful, of course. It's 70 units then. And there's more. And we're actually not that far underground. So we're not actually going to be in much trouble for monsters. Or with monsters, I mean. I probably should do some prospecting out here just to see... Hello. Just to see what kind of stuff is over here. I wonder if all copper underneath water or in limestone is this color. Also, limestone, by the way. If we need to make more lime water or slaked lime, we found a limestone area that we can quarry out. Which we do still have to use that mod at some point. This might be a very large node. Especially if I'm supposed to be on the edge of it, and it's supposed to be a circle. What is that? Sulfur! Nice! We need sulfur for something else. What is going on with this chunk? Is there more, like, this way or something? Yes, there is. I thought this looked like a weird circle. Okay, so this node is more of like an arm with hands coming out. Like the iron nodes. Can you not hit me? That's not the sword. There, it's the sword. Alright. Put that there so they can't get in here. Alright, let's eat something. And I think while we're here, I might as well use these. We're gonna use, I think, 3 or 4 of them. You can see in the health bar, it's getting a little green bar. That's where we're gonna end up healing to. And it looks like we might be healing faster the more I use these. Actually, it might be just going up normally. Normal increments, I mean. So that makes more sense on why this looked like a very odd diagonal shape here. But we're gonna grab the sulfur along with the copper, because sulfur is used for something. I just don't remember what that something is. I think it's used for something food related. Not modded, just in vanilla. And this wall is a little too straight over here on the right. And I almost passed up digging this out because we only found those 2 pieces before. Let's check the edges. Make sure that there's nothing on a higher level. It looks like that was the highest level, so I don't think we have to worry about it. Alright, I want to see how wide this is, because this does seem a wide area. Okay, that's the end of the copper on this side, it seems. The sulfur goes pretty far, though. We're probably gonna have to come back to get everything. Because I don't know how bountiful sulfur is. This is the first time I've actually seen a sulfur node, I think. Actually, no, we discovered sulfur in a previous stream a while ago. I just don't remember where that was. I know we got a few pieces from like chests and stuff, but I think this is the first node that we've seen since the first time I found sulfur. We could have also found the sulfur when we were doing things with the creative mode world. So let's see how big this node is. It is the majority of this room. And then I want to know how wide. Okay, that's the end of it. So it's about a normal node. It's not as large as quartz. It's probably as large as iron, if not smaller than iron. It's not as small as, you know, quartz, or not quartz, copper and tin. Those are kind of like the smallest that I've seen. So unless I find copper above them, we're gonna do the strip mine method for the sulfur. Okay, so it looks like this corner to our left is going to be higher up. Now we should be able to just look at all of this and be able to mine it out, because it should be a circle curving to the right. And with how much we've gone from this, I don't even think I'm going to prospect around to see if we find any more. Alright, let's grab this piece here. And this looks like the end over on this side, aside from maybe 2 or 3 pieces. Can I get that? No, I can't. Let's get through all of this. Is that the end of the Nope, it's not. Okay. Back down here again. Judging by the shape, we should currently be at the halfway point. But I have no idea. Alright, looks like we hit the spot where I don't have enough room in inventory. So we're gonna have to get rid of some of... I do have a lot of borax. Probably don't need that. If I had the saw, I could condense these into planks and save room on that. Can I turn this into... No, I can't. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna have to get rid of limestone. We will come back with the quarry mod if we need more, I guess. Okay, we are at the end because that's the first piece without sulfur right there. So if anything, it might be a couple more blocks to our right before we hit the end of it. There's one extra piece over there. And Apparently, I can hear that trader from way down here. So we shouldn't be that much lower than surface level. That drifter is playing with the translocator. Oh, it looks like this part goes a little further back. Okay, let's grab the sulfur from here and then we're gonna have to work our way back into that corner. And we ran out of room again. So even more stone on the ground. And this isn't even all the sulfur yet. We still have the sulfur and the copper that are on top of each other. So let's see if I can pick up all this stuff. And then I wanted to get the lapis and everything. We're definitely going to have to grab a torch. Okay, this looks like the end of the sulfur on this side, at least. Ran out of room again. So, what I think I'm going to throw away this time, since we can grow flax, is the flax. Welcome in, Slicky! Let me just finish mining this out, and then I'll go grab mug 15. Okay, that should be all of the ore. So before I do what I said I was going to do, let's kill this drifter first. Block this off, and since the stone seemed like it was on top of wood, I was mining that out, but what I really want to do is make a wall here. Just like that, so I can make a little door. And this is slate. We have slate at home, so I'm not too worried about picking it up. Alright, there's a stalagmite there. Alright, let's go grab a torch holder. Maybe 2 torch holders. Because I don't think this has a torch holder. No, there's no torches over here. Actually, we should probably just grab lanterns. And I meant to go grab the mug. So let's grab the mug. Six, 9, 12, 15 is the trailer. Okay, number 15 is also another favorite of mine. I don't use it often, but it is a camper trailer mug. It just has a bunch of different size campers and colors. Let me just get situated on the chair again. Okay, this is the mug for today. I know those on YouTube can't see it, but it should be the same 5 trailers. yeah, that's all 5 of the trailers, and then it's copied where my hand is. So it's not like there's multiple different types. And I'm gonna throw the rest of my mostly flat soda in here and spill it on myself. Luckily not a lot spilled on me, so I think my shirt can just soak it up, and I won't be wearing it much. Did I get it all? I think I did. Oh, there's a little bit on the table. I'm not worried about it being a little bit on my shirt, because that'll dry. But I don't want it to be, you know, super sticky. Also, I forgot to say this earlier. Congratulations, Gino, on getting a... What was your number? Like a 40 stream streak? It was a large amount. 35. Congrats. And then Slicky with a 5 stream streak. Who was the reason why I remembered to say that. I appreciate both of you coming in for that amount of streams in a row. I forgot to say cheers because I really wanted to drink the rest of that soda before it went flat. If you do cheers again, I'll pour water. But anyway, we gotta get out of here. We gotta head home and drop off some stuff, and then we're coming back out here. Now, why can't I get out? Sometimes you can swim out, and other times you can't, and I don't know what the difference is. Alright, before we get into this, what is sulfur used for? Powder sulfur, makes sense. That's used for blasting powder, healing items, more healing items, sulfuric acid. And sulfuric acid is used for... It looks like just chromium sulfate, which is crushed chromite. And that is used for chromium tanned hides large, and that, oh, that makes sturdy leather. That's the next stage of inventory space. Okay, so this sulfur is just going to be in a chest and hiding. I think I have limestone in here. I do not, but I can put it in here along with the borax. Or were we keeping borax in here? That's crushed alum. We definitely need to do a mass cleanup of all of our chests at some point. I'm gonna take that out, put that in there. I need 2 more. I think that's all I can fit in those. This goes up here. I grabbed more because there is another translocator that we can fix. And this is fire clay. Fire clay is going to stay in our blacksmith. I'm just going to put this crate crooked, but right there. Fire clay goes in there. Copper goes up here. Oh, I meant to sort that. There we go. Okay, where is this other translocator? South, right there. We're gonna see where this takes us as well. It should be right over the other side of this lake. Also, I saw this and thought that it could be a cave entrance. This does look suspicious right here, though. But there's nothing suspicious about it. Oh, I also forgot to grab dirt. We need to go grab some dirt before I go into this translocator. I do not really like the blacksmith with how it looks right now. There's not much drawing attention to it. It's just stone. We're gonna have to do something to change this up a little bit. Maybe add, well, the beams. We didn't add any beams, so that would be something to bring color to this. I meant to grab low fertility dirt. Alright, so today is more of an exploration thing. Should I check on the truck, the steel? I probably should. It is no longer gone. It got to 81%. And it's because there's only one thing of coal burning in there, so it's probably not lasting long. Or much longer. Let's grab... We'll do a whole stack, see where that gets us. I'm gonna need a torch. Come on. Oh, that's another thing we forgot to grab. So we need 2 for the one that we already opened. And then another 2 for the ones we're about to open. And just so that I don't have to go back to them later on, we'll do these torch holders. So I don't have to put lanterns there. Now that I have a torch on me, we can go like this. And I think what I'm gonna do is just break this. Because I don't know how long it's gonna be burning for. Okay, so that was half a stack. If I light this... It should get that going again. It does. Alright, so that's pretty good. We're gonna put this stuff here. Can I get this to be neat? Yes, I can. Look at that. And it shouldn't even start lighting because it's not immediately touching that. That's pretty good. It's at 81%. Alright, back to the other translocator we haven't seen yet. Uh-oh. Game froze. Looks like we came over here to dig out the fire, not the fire clay, the red clay. And then we stopped. Alright, so the translocator is over here. Pretty much right where I'm standing, but there's a cave somewhere over here that gets me in there. I don't think it's a cave from like way over here. That's probably the white stuff I'm heading towards. I mean, there is a marker for a ruin right here, so there is a cave system below us. Alright, let's go to this cave opening that I know is over here. So right above us on the mini-map is what I'm hoping is a cave entrance. And not just a patch of flowers. That is Meteoric Iron! Okay. This whole time there's been a patch of Meteoric Iron right here. Or is it just that one piece? Nope, there's more. Okay, let's just grab this, I guess. But we do have that impact crater rock stuff. So we're going to be able to get more of this Suvite impact rock. So this is not the cave entrance, but it did lead to something pretty cool. I'm gonna assume that that's all of it, because I doubt that it would be like randomly placed. Usually, meteoric iron is on one area, like a pile of it. How do I get over to here? Like, I'm not seeing a cave entrance way out here. Anywhere. That's a bunch of flowers. I doubt going up here would lead all the way over there. You know what, let's go to it. This was our cave for Locusts. We should have a staircase right here. We're gonna use this and see if I can get all the way over to the other stuff. That's the tin. That doesn't lead anywhere. This leads back on itself. That's the way out. This leads underneath the town. I doubt it would lead all the way back to Translocator I'm trying to get to. That's a dead end. This also leads back to the town. I'm surprised it doesn't connect to something. I was hoping that shiver would stay with us, but it ran. Bad dog. Okay, I don't think this leads anywhere. No, it doesn't. So I don't know about this side. I guess we're gonna just have to dig straight down into it. That's not the way to go. Because I don't know how else to get to that translocator. There's obviously once a way to get down there. There's even a ruin that we found. So I had a cave entrance. I don't know, maybe I filled it in or something? That rooster died. Alright, right here is a ruin below us. I think... No, we're not gonna do that. You know, I am. I'm gonna use this ruin as our safe way to get in. So let's get rid of that. Grab the water. We'll get rid of this water source later on. And I have no idea how low down this ruin is. Are we getting any closer to it? Oh, there we go. This is in our main tunnel. Our main cave. I recognize this now. If I can kill him. Okay, I kind of know where we are. Is that an ore? That's flint. Okay. Is there anything in here? Survivor cloak. Slake door. I realize why I left that there now. Not just as parchment. Okay. So we definitely have been here once before. I think this is the one that I remembered us being in. I don't remember how in the world we got down here. Now being overrun. If I could hit them faster, that'd be nice. Let's get rid of that, get these out. I don't want to die after just getting down here. Think I can do only one more? Yeah. Down here is not the way to go. So the only way that we can go is towards the Translocator. A lot of quartz right here. Apparently we're over top the Translocator now. Or under it. What's this? Tin. I'll mark it. Not the right way. On top of trying to find a translocator, I am also looking for the entrance to this cave. That's not the right way either. I doubt going further down would be, but just in case. That's quartz. That's just regular stone. This is the large cave entrance that I think I jumped around. Nope, that's the way that we came in. Even more tin. Copper. Large cave entrance right there. I am going to build up to that. So I don't want to keep hearing the water. There is so much tin out here. That's a bell. I should do this first. I had a feeling you were going to spawn stuff that I can't take care of. Sorry for the noise of the bell. And now I'm getting shot by the boat swarm. I know you're over here. Go down there. Trying to kill the bell. I just need one more hit on it. Maybe more than one hit. There we go. Now things will stop spawning on us. Okay, this is the way that... We just did a big U-turn here. Use this last healing item. Eat this pie. Put the rest of our pie in our hand. Okay, so we made a dirt staircase somewhere. Oh, hello. You're a locust with some iron and the translocator that we're looking for. Okay, so let's do some cleanup. Hello. We're just gonna get rid of all this before we do anything else. And I'll just throw it all in here. Oh, we need that meteoric iron. Oh, I'm getting hit by something. Can you go in the little corner here? Just stay down there with your locust friend. Okay, so I want this. I want this. We definitely want that. This is gonna go on the wall. That's a closed crate, so just pick it up like that. I think I just got some coal. I did, look at that, brown coal. That even had stuff in it too. Looks like I just had more stone. Alright, no. I feel like I just threw something I actually needed. You know what? And this drifter is getting in the way here. The locust keeps jumping. Alright. No. We do want the axe. We're about to have more space. Don't think we need those. Nope, 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 nope. And no. Okay. Right here, I can get rid of the food, bring out the dirt. Get attacked by another drifter. So this is at Y level 55. We're going to turn this blue, so we're going to actually use it. Let's get rid of that little bit of stone, and I want to make a doorway here. I also want to get rid of all that stone. And we are going to choose... First break this. But I also want to find a spot for the water column. So we're actually going to change where this torch is placed. And I'm going to go right here. Which I had a feeling was going to be in iron. Alright, so 391, 251. 391, 251. You know what? Still don't know how we got in here. The first time. Oh, now there's two drifters. Okay, we at least found the translocator. And we were going in the right direction with this staircase. Okay, that goes that way. Does this lead to a new cave? No, it just leads to a hole. That's mean infertility, that's not what I want to use. Run away from that drifter, hopefully it can't get all the way up here. And we originally came from this way. I'm gonna try to find that water column that we came down in. We came from on top of quartz. I think was this way. There's the bell, which I forgot to take all the stuff from. We don't want that though. And then we just have to go to the ruin, right? That up there, grab this. We're gonna have a fun time digging all the way down to the translocator. Okay, what was it? 391251. Three nine one. 251 right here. I forgot to place down the water first. That's not what I meant to press. Alright, and then the height of this is 55. We have to dig all the way down to Y55, so we're digging 50 blocks down. We're probably going to end up digging into the cave in a few places. I think I just found clear quartz. I did. That's another reason why I grabbed a whole stack of dirt instead of just a few pieces earlier. I probably should have put a thing down to find the translocator hole a little bit easier. Alright, I had a feeling we were going to find a cave. Dig down like that, and then if we swim up and put a piece of dirt right there, we'll give the water a few seconds for it to figure out where it's going. Or for it to disperse, I mean. And then if we dig this out, it should go straight into the hole again. And then we just need to... make a few pieces of dirt here. There we go, that should bring us all the way down. I think we have a chance of digging into another cave entrance before we hit the area, or not. Okay. So, let's fix this up. We need to first put in these. Looks like it's just one piece. Then temporal gear. So the first temporal gear goes in the bottom. You are annoying. Nothing of use. Alright, so first temporal gear goes in the bottom. The next one goes up top. The third one goes in this little box. And now it is usable. It does take a moment for it to figure out where it's going to be teleporting to. So hopefully there is no other translocator that it's being connected into. Well, this is different. This, this seems like an important place to be at. There's glowing stuff here. Tool vessel. Glass tank. Aged book. Can't read anything in it. Or... what's that? That's just a bunch of stuff. I don't think I can read this. Oh, you can read some new things in them. That's unusable clutter. It's forged. There's a 2 wide painting. Alright, so this is in a cave. We'll wait a second before we go out there, because there is another floor here. This looks more like the storage area. Looks a lead ingot. I'll take that. Lime, quartz. I think I have quartz in my pocket. Cobwebs. Forge. Seed, food. A Hellhammer base, Jonas parts, a map to an abandoned mine, more Jonas parts. Alright, we have to come back here. But before we leave, why did this all just get lit up? Was it like that the whole time? I don't think it was always lit up. I think we just updated the light in here. But alright, let's go back home. Because we have stuff in our pockets we gotta get rid of. And before we leave, we need to... Oh, that's not where I meant to put that. Nope, we actually put that on the wrong side. Didn't mean to fall down either. What I meant to do with the dirt is put it on the way facing away from the house. So when we come back from that translocator, we're gonna have a few extra things to go through. I can't wait until this is just all lanterns and no torches. Because look at how much better the town looks compared to the farming area. Let's check on the steel before we go there. And 90% complete, it's getting closer. I think that's going to be going for a little bit longer. Alright, quartz can stay in here. Actually, quartz... I don't know where I want the quartz. We do have a lead ingot, though, so we could put that out here. Let's do a good shift-click of all of our inventory between these two. Tumble, yeah, I guess I can go in there. Alright, you go in there. I don't think anything else can be shift-clicked in there. Where do we have all of our... We have that Gatekeeper's blueprint. We don't want those. That goes in there. We don't need... sticks. Where did the other two torches go? I think we placed them away. Bone would go into the farm. Soil goes in there. Let's put the parts away because I don't think we're going to need more of those parts. I'm going to guess because they didn't get shift clicked away, that goes in there now. Now the rest should be all in this area. Iron, and I should have a lead ingot hiding somewhere. Actually, that's lead right there. Okay. Let's go back to that ruin and grab everything and also try to make our way to the surface of that area. We also have to mark where both of those translocators drop us off at. But this one was pretty cool. It took us into a ruin. I wasn't expecting it to link up with a ruin. I'm trying to avoid the water, but the water's kind of in the way. Welcome in, Cyborg! You're at TwitchCon? No, you're planning for TwitchCon. I don't know if I'll be going to that, but I hope you do. Have fun. Alright, let's go back. I'll get the sword out just in case there's something there. Doesn't look like anything could spawn out here. Alright, that gave us more coal. Looks like a copper shovel. Or a spear. I don't need any of that. Or it should have random stuff. That's, I think, grass. Yeah, it's just a bunch of grass. We don't need any of that. Passing powder, butter, parchment. I don't need any of that. And that's gonna keep making me think that there's something there, so I'm just gonna pop it open. And I guess throw away the stuff that I don't need. Alright, and then I think that's it for up here. Pretty sure the rest of the lootable stuff is down here in the basement. So we have some seeds in here. That's a bunch of cabbage. We'll grab this torch holder. We got a chest here with, I guess, lime. That's all I would want from here. We'll break that so I don't keep thinking I need something from it. Food. Just grain, seeds. Look like pumpkin. Forage again. Looks like flax twine, flax fibers. We have tools. Don't really want them, but we need to get them out of the way at least. Alright, this has a fishing hook in it. Fishing hook mold, sorry. This has 3 chutes. This has 2 pieces of fat. I know I'm using the wrong tool. This also has another 2 pieces of fat. And then we have this, which has a map to an abandoned mine, 2 Jonas parts, a fishing hook, and a health hammer base. I don't need either of those 2 things. I also don't need this since we already know what's in the page. So I'm gonna head up here, and that's pretty much our whole inventory. A map leading to a hidden location. Use it to find an entrance to a hidden area. It's from the Better Ruins mod. But before we do any of that, we are going to need to find our way out of here at some point, or from here back home. We are so far away from home. This is a coded walks home alone type thing. There's no way we're getting out of here. We are really high up in the world though. So I may be safe from strong monsters down here. It actually looks like there's a cave entrance right there. Ooh, locusts. Let's take them on. Let's also grab our armor. Alright, where are the things? The things are always in the ceiling. That boat's horn. Where did it go? It's right there. Not many of the locusts followed me, really? I'm surprised, honestly. It was zinc. Well, that locust got scared, I guess. And luckily, our armor is taking the brunt of the hit, or the damage. Okay, this is not where I meant to show up, but okay. Okay, there's one nest right here. Took quite a while to break. There's a nest here. Actively knocking things out. And I don't see any more far away from here, so I think that was it for what we can see in this spot. That's not all of them, for sure. But that was a good starting point. There's gotta be more than just 2 nests, right? They're always in the ceiling, but 2 just seems like a small amount. Huh. It really does seem like 2 was the only amount. Oh, there's a 3rd one. I'm gonna grab the items from over here first. Okay, I apparently have things I don't need. You don't have to hit me, you know. So I do want the parts. I don't think I need the rope or the twine. The parts are used for fixing translocators, so they're definitely useful. Are you gonna attack me again? Alright, it looks like that was the... This over here is the last spawner. Where was it? I think it's right above me. And there is a cave entrance near us, so we're gonna use that to get out of here. Or at least to, make a bubble column out. I did see another thing of zinc out here, though. Right here. And this is gonna be what we mine out. We're gonna be getting as many as we can, so that we can keep making brass. More brass, more plates, more lanterns. This looks like quartz, but it could also be something else. Oh, that's olivine. Okay, that makes sense. Olivine's in peridotite, I mean. I don't know what's over here, but this looks like shale gravel, okay. Explore the area, because we may find ores that I actually want. I should probably also be deleting the nodes. Or the markers, I mean. We have a space near home that is for getting olivine, so I'm not going to grab any of this. Because with how much we have at home, we don't need to. Can I get that? I can get that. Look at that. We're about to get hit from behind. Maybe not. Okay, we're gonna have to at least dig one of these out. And that leads to the end of this little healer from here. what is down here? More olivine, that makes sense. And a big drop. We're not going to go down there. Why does that look different, though? I don't know. I do keep thinking that one drifter is still alive that was down there. Oh, there's another nest. I didn't see this way out here. Okay, that will give us some coal. I am doing this for some of the coal that it's given us. Alright, let's make our way out of here. Looks like we're gonna have to mine our way out from this point. That could be coal or tin. Hoping it's not tin. For a second I thought I wasn't going to finish that pie. We do have 2 more slices. Probably should try to eat that slice. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to be able to finish it all. I don't know how high we can get before we run into digging into a wall that we can't see out of, so let's go this way now. We should be digging into the opening over here. Or not. How tall was this spot? Why? And it still hit me. Okay. So this looks like I might just need to go a couple more blocks. There we go. Okay. We're in an unfamiliar area. This is probably the first area that is with the newest update that I downloaded, which was 1.22.6, I think, or 1.21.6, I forget. I don't see anything else out here. There's nothing really to explore. So I will, at some point, bring the translocator closer to home. I don't know if we're going to need this translocator. And that is coal for sure. No, that's tin. Don't care about tin. So let's go all the way back home. Oh, there's 2 entrances. Okay. Is there anything going on over here? Oh, there was this room I forgot to look in. You have torches and bones. I don't care about either of those. Clothing. Empty chest. Seeds. I will grab the seeds. Alright, anything I can throw away? No, the cabbage is more important than the rye. I do want this, though. Alright, let's find our way back to the translocator. Should be over this way. Should be right here. Alright, so this translocator doesn't really lead to anything important, so I'm just gonna take the torch. think I got both back. And then I am gonna leave this here with the torch. We can pretty much forget about it, but let's get on out of here. Once we drop off all these items again, we'll go to the other translocator and use that to go to whatever that large castle-looking building was. We should probably also use the Better Ruins map that I found. We'll use that from home. That should put an X on our map to show where that ruin is from the mod. So this is not going to be a vanilla ruin or lower thing that we're going to. There is probably a few things that we can drop off here. Actually, there's not. It's just the coal. Didn't mean to grab that. We did find zinc. I think we'll go in there. We'll make more brass when we come back. Let's just make sure that this is still going. It is not. Right. Just need, I think, 2, maybe 4 more things. Okay, that should have that going again. 96% complete, so when we come back on Sunday, we will have steel. It's not a matter of will we, it's we will now. I just had Meteoric Iron that I forgot to put in the other chest. What else did it just take out of here? Oh, we had torch holders over here. I probably should replace all these with torch holders. Because we are going to want regular torches out here. So let's do it here and here. Okay. That also used the 2 extra torch holders that we had from... that we had found from the ruins. Let's head in here. Put away anything that we can. Oh, there was a mold that I forgot to put away. This is lime. We'll have to put them down there, those down there. I'll use this chest for these. And then we have grain and seeds. Grain goes in there. Seeds go in the farmhouse. How close is this to being done? Any closer? Oh, it's actually done. Look at that. And we got an extra seed from it. Fortunately, we can't put that away because we have too many stuff in here. We have a ton of bones. I also don't think the wild vine should be in there. And this is lime, right? No, that's rice grain. I think I have a chest with vines in it in here. Right there. I don't know. Yeah, we do have a spot right there at the top chest. Alright, let's put the rice grains away. When we come back on Sunday, we will be planting all of our crops again. let's use this and see where it takes us. Approximate location of abandoned mine added to your world map. And I do see an X on the map, so it is far up north. So very far north. And that is the alarm. So that is negative 45, negative 84. We're at a positive 3 and a negative 4. So that's 8,000 blocks away north. And 4,000 blocks west? We'll be using a translocator for that. For sure. So, before we run away, this can actually be just deleted over time. We are going to go to the translocators and light them up. So I don't forget to do that next time we come back from our Sunday stream, or for our Sunday stream, I mean. So, in here, it's a torch. And over here, we have to both mark the map that we have a translocator over here. And I think I also wanted to look around? Question mark? Because we have this lapis here. That's tin. I don't care about tin. I do like the quartz in the slate rock. It does look like a nice contrast here. Let's get a little bit of lapis. I think it's only used for blue dye. Let's take a moment and look. Pulverizes into crushed, which then gets turned into blue dye. Okay. And that gets mixed in water. So there's no real, like, need to get this. Oh no. That was a very far drop. What was that? We're going back to there. I'm gonna want this in my hand. And I think some of our trees should be ready for getting the fruit from them. Oh, that's right, I have to teleport first. And then it was this way that I went. And I was trying to get this lapis first. It looks like this might be a large node, so I'm actually not going to do that. What I am going to do is this. Requires solid ground. I think it was trying to place the bucket down. So we'll do that first. I'm going to eat this pie. And then we're just gonna let this take us all the way to where it's going to. This is where I died. I want to check out this in our next stream, so we're definitely gonna save over here. I just wanted to know what was at the bottom. Besides a corrupted shiver, there's also basalt rock. And I don't think anything else of use. So I'm gonna grab this. We're gonna use this to get out of here. For some reason it's not working anymore. There we go. Oh, what did that just shoot us over? Braditite. And there was some other rock at the bottom. Oh no. I like how we can see the light from our torch now. So that's probably taking us closer to the surface. Another gear. I would be very surprised if we're not like 3 blocks below the water. Like if I just started digging up from right here. Okay, we're more than 3. Water level might be higher than that. I don't think that is a cave going anywhere else. Doesn't look like it's a cave going up higher. So I guess the first time we came in here, we went this way. We did. More copper? What? Why? Why is there so much copper here? What is this place? Alright, we're gonna have to come back to this, chat. There's no way we have enough time to mine all this out before I have to go to work. No. I want to try and find a way to get as much copper in this image as much as I can, but I also want to save this and have this as part of the image as well. So we have the copper on the outside. This is our screenshot for today. We are going to save right here. So let's save the game. Let's go and survey out scene. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to catch me live, I stream on Twitch on Wednesdays and Fridays from 10 a.m. EST to 12:30 p.m. EST, and on Sundays from 10 a.m. EST to 2 p.m. EST.